Hello, how is it going, everybody? Welcome to Grounded, my Q&A live stream. I think I'm live. Always a little delay there starting it up. Welcome. So we're on episode 14 of Grounded. It's been a few weeks, maybe a month since I've done an episode. Just been super busy, so I haven't been able to get on here, but I'm glad to be here now talking with everybody. Today is June 23rd, 2020. If you didn't know, this is Podcastable, so if you can't finish the whole thing tonight or you want to listen to it in the car or whatever, you can listen to it on your favorite podcast. I've actually been noticing, I check out the podcast numbers, and they've been going up a lot, and I haven't even done a show. So I figure, I love doing this. I love getting to talk to you guys live and everything, so I figured I should get back on it, try to stick to the schedule. Usually do it every other week, and we just talk about whatever, the latest Tesla news, tech news, whatever you guys want to talk about. So I start off going over some of the latest stuff, and then we go back and forth. You can ask questions. I'll give you updates about the channel. It's just nice. In the videos, the YouTube videos, I got to really stick to the topic, move quickly, or else people get bored, they click off. So here we can kind of relax and just talk and have a back and forth. And after this is done, I will usually upload it to the podcast within 24 hours. Usually, actually, it's within an hour it'll be up. But yes, wearing, I love this thing. It's nice for the summer. It's pretty thin. But after I upload this to YouTube, here's Ari. I will put the notes up with it. So if you're looking post, I'll add the notes after we're done here. So there's Ari in the background for you. So, okay, let's go over what notes I got today. It's going to be a little random, but I have them. Hello, Tortellini. Okay, so first one up. I want to talk about Starlink. It's not Tesla exactly, but it's still really exciting. It's obviously a company owned by Elon Musk. Starlink is getting to the point where they're going to have internet soon. So if you don't know about Starlink, SpaceX runs Starlink. But if you don't know about SpaceX, they are putting satellites up above the Earth to give internet anywhere on Earth. Now, this isn't that new of an idea. You can get, there's Viasat is one I saw today, or HughesNet. You can get this satellite internet already. It's available, but it's really expensive. And while the speeds are fine, they're pretty fast, the latency is terrible. So really high pings. You can't really do live chat over it. And so the difference with Starlink is the satellites, there's a lot more of them and they're a lot closer to Earth. So the latency should be similar to what you'd get from a landline. I think they're advertising like 30 milliseconds, and then the speeds are up to 1 gigabit down. I don't know what the upload is, but it's several hundred up. So really good, and you can now sign up for the beta. That's why I wanted to bring this up. If you're interested in this satellite internet, I don't know what the price is going to be. If you have really good internet, if you have fiber internet at home now, it probably doesn't matter that much to you. But like for me, how I'm streaming to you right now, we use LTE for our internet at home. All of our internet is LTE. So it works okay, but I can't wait for this. So you can sign up for the beta, and if you're in a good area, they may contact you to be involved with that. So I will, keep asking your questions. The latency on this stream should be really low. 1.5 down and oh my gosh, satin gray Tesla, that's insane. I'm so jealous of that. Ask your questions. I will get to them soon. The latency of the stream should be really quick. There shouldn't be much delay. I set it up, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, so, and let me know if the audio is okay. Should be good. Battery day for Tesla. This has been talked about for months. It was supposed to be back in April, got delayed because of COVID, and then delayed because who knows what else. And now it's being mashed up with the Investor Day, which Investor Day was supposed to be in July. But now it's going to be September 15th. Battery Day and Investor Day are the same day, September 15th. They're also going to show the line where they're putting the packs together or making the cells. I don't know exactly if he was specific about that, but they're going to show the line where they're making the batteries. And the most interesting part about this is right when he announced it, on Tesla's website, whenever you go to order a car, it'll say available in 4 to 5 weeks or 3 to 5 weeks or something. When he announced that, all the cars changed to available in 6 to 8 weeks or 8 to 12 weeks or something like that, lining up with this battery day. So everyone's like, what's happening here? Are all the cars getting new batteries? All this kind of crazy stuff. Investor Day, Shelley, is for Anybody who is an investor in Tesla can go to that meeting. If you have one share, you can go. It's in California, so if you're not close to there, it's probably not worth it. And they stream it. They stream it too, so you can watch it online. And they just give updates on the company and financials, and sometimes they'll do progress on Autopilot and full self-driving and battery tech and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so that's Battery Day and September 15th. So we should get some good news. It's so funny if you try to watch like Investor Day, like an investor meeting for any other company, it's like the most boring thing. You'd never want to watch it, but for Tesla, it's awesome. I'm closing these. I can't do that. Okay. So a pretty interesting, there's a video, I wanted to show it to you, but I'm not set up to show you these videos. But Autopilot, this is an article from Tasmanian I'm seeing it from, but everybody runs these. Tesla Autopilot prevents crash in China, saving driver and pedestrian. So there's a car stopped on the side of the road, and this Tesla, it's only the dash cam view. You can't see inside the car. And this guy, there's two trucks on the side of the road. This guy comes sprinting out into the road. I don't know what the heck he's doing, but into the road from in between these two trucks. So you'd never see him until the last second, until you're basically running him over. And in the video, you see the car do this huge swerve and get back into the lane. And they say it's autopilot. Is it impossible that it's autopilot? No, of course not. I've not seen a video where autopilot will do that swerve. I've not seen it from inside the car. There's tons of these, and this one is kind of believable to me, but it's pretty far-fetched. Autopilot will dodge if you're driving on autopilot and then a car, sorry, I have to bring up my view here. If you're on autopilot and a car, like this is you, and a car kind of does this to run into you, your car will dodge it. There's plenty of examples of that, and that does happen. But I don't know. It's a pretty interesting video either way. But if that happened, very cool. There was also another story out of China, but related to all of us with a Tesla. Model 3, Tesla passengers survive a rollover in their Model 3. These cars are like almost impossible to roll over. Actually, a pretty interesting story. The first Tesla I ever drove in, the first Model 3 I ever took a ride in, I drove it and took a ride, was a guy from Troy, very close to me, who I was just on Reddit talking about Tesla and dreaming about getting my own Model 3. And he saw that I was local, and he sent me a direct message, and he was like, hey, if you want to take my car for a drive, you said you live in Troy, I'll meet up with you. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, who would? Tesla owners are so nice. Who else would, offer their car to a stranger? So we met up in a parking lot, and we walked around the car. It was my first time ever touching one, opening the door. I checked out the trunk. He walked me around, showed me everything. Took my drive, whatever. Well, then we talked maybe a year later or so after I got my car, and he goes, yeah, that car you drove is actually destroyed. He said his wife had rolled it over. She was perfectly fine, perfectly safe, but it got totaled. So this picture, if you look this up, the rolled over Model 3, it's just sitting on the roof. These cars are almost impossible to roll over. Almost. They're not impossible. But it's cool because you have the glass roof, and people might assume glass roof, that's not very safe. But it's very safe. And everybody was fine in that crash. I don't know if there were injuries, but nobody died. And, the car is, I don't know, probably totaled. It doesn't actually look terrible from this angle. It's obviously scuffed up and it's upside down. But besides that, it doesn't look too bad. Okay. And then... Okay, this is pretty important. If you don't have basic autopilot, there was a time where you could buy your Tesla and not have autopilot. It was a cost extra. Or if you have enhanced autopilot, this is for older owners, okay, if you're here. If you have enhanced autopilot or you don't have base autopilot, they're both discounted until July 1st. In my opinion, I would buy them. Definitely the base autopilot is $2,000 right now. Buy it. If you don't have it, buy it, because it will add value to your car, and it's awesome. If you do only city driving and you never drive, okay, why did you spend so much on a car? Not judging, but then maybe you just don't want it. It is worth the $2,000 just for the resale value. In a year or 6 months even, or 2 years, if you go to sell a Tesla without autopilot, it's going to be a tough sell. If you have enhanced autopilot, also, in my opinion, I think it's worth the full self-driving upgrade from enhanced autopilot is $3,000, which is a bit expensive because you already paid $5,000 for enhanced autopilot. I still think it's worth it because again, Autopilot's going up. These abilities are really coming out now. We're going to talk about some new abilities Autopilot is getting again, coming up soon. I think it's worth the $3,000. I don't say that lightly. I'm very picky about spending money on this stuff, and like Autopilot at $7,000, I have a hard time telling, or sorry, full self-driving at $7,000, I always have a very tough time recommending, and I'm still on the fence. I do not think that's for everybody. I think a lot of people could, at $7,000 and $8,000, not be purchasing full self-driving and be okay with that. But $2,000 for base, $3,000 to go from enhanced Autopilot to full self-driving, I would do it. So by July 1st, you only got a couple weeks. Or you only got like a week. Wow. Time is flying. Okay. And then I don't need this one. Talked about the batteries. Kind of an interesting thing for Autopilot here. Tesla relocates Chinese users' data, like their data servers, to China to speed up local Autopilot and full self-driving development. So pretty cool. Obviously, the roads in every part of the world are a bit different, have different markings, and signs are in different places and stuff. So they're moving all that data from Chinese users using Autopilot to China so that they can use that locally and help, with the local development. So, I mean, everybody knows, it's been shown, they do use that data from our cars to an extent. There is a new update. It's only, I think some people that don't have early access have this update already, but it's pretty much nobody has this update yet, but it's coming soon. They're updating the cameras. So now, instead of just seeing the rear view camera, when you bring up the rear view camera, you also have the option to see the side cameras, which is very cool. People have been requesting that for a long time. From my understanding, it's not automatic. Like, it won't come on, with the turn signal, but you can bring it up, and like when you're parking or while you're driving, you can see that. So it's very nice. I want to take my mirrors off. Oh my gosh. Such a good video idea. Use this ability in place of my mirrors and see the range difference if I take my mirrors off. How hard is it to get the mirrors off the Model 3? Somebody let me know. There's some other stuff in this update. The dash cam, like interior camera that's above the rear view mirror is going to be enabled if you want. It's optional, I suppose. So you can turn it on, and it'll it's not something, it doesn't seem like it's something you can access whenever you want, but if there's an accident, it'll save that data and Tesla will give it to you to kind of show that you weren't on your phone or whatever. So maybe keep it off. Yeah, and there's some other stuff in there too, I think. But and there's supposed to be this may have the speed limit signs. It doesn't seem like it does, but it could. And also just a display to show it sees a roundabout. Not that it'll do roundabouts, but kind of like how it would used to show the stop signs but not stop at them, maybe something like that. Very exciting update coming for full self-driving owners. Right now, on the stop signs and stoplights, if it comes up to Paul, it should be viewable at night. I don't see why not. Sad. He's so funny. He's having messaging troubles. So right now with the stop signs, stoplights update, as you come up to a green light, if you don't know, and you have that enabled, it'll stop at a green light. You have to, as the driver, either tap the accelerator or hit the drive stalk down to let it know, it's green, you should keep going. Well, in the next update, it's going to stop doing that if you have a lead car. So if there's a lead car in front of you, you're coming up to a green light, they go through it, your car will also follow them through it. And there's a little line it shows, like a stop line normally, where it would stop if it's a red light or a stop sign. This line will not be green to let you know it's going to go through. That'll be huge improvement, and it's a nice step. I was wondering how they're going to kind of do these steps to enable these features to do more. It's a great step, in my opinion. Spotify is getting overhauled. I never use that. So new UI, all the same features from desktop. Oh, in a few months. That's awesome. That's good news if you use Spotify. I don't really use that, but okay, this one's kind of weird. Somebody mentioned something about their security system. They were setting up their security system and they wished it had like a taser built in. And they were just like, hey, Elon, could you add a taser to my security system? Like totally random. They meant for their house. And then he was like, come standard with the Cybertruck. And it's probably a joke, but he doesn't like... Are there any examples where he jokes like this and then it's not true in some fashion? Because I feel like when he says this stuff, it happens. Like, I feel like there's going to be something where if you try to, like, you could enable on the Cybertruck, like when Sentry Mode's on, it'll give you a little voltage, just a little bit to give you a little tingle when you touch it. Probably not. That's probably not legal, but I don't know. It's Tesla Kila. That's a good one. He joked about Tesla Kila. Somebody should tweet at him and see if it's coming. I bet he would say it's still coming. That would be my guess. Yeah, satin gray Tesla. That's what I'm thinking. It'll give you just a little, like, whoa, what the heck? So, like, it's not going to hurt you, obviously, but it'll make you think, make you step away. Yep, and he talked about HVAC. HVAC would take a long time. So, I don't know. I think they'd go with geothermal systems if they did anything. And then last for me, people in California. If you are familiar with the Petersen Automotive Museum, the Cybertruck is there until for another 3 days, until June 26th. You have to buy tickets, I guess, and I'm so jealous of anybody there. Oh my gosh, I was like tempted to fly out there and go make a video out of it. But I want to see it so bad. So yeah, it's at that Petersen. Is that what I said? Petersen Automotive Museum, and you can go check it out in person. You can't touch it or go in it or anything, but it's on display. So, okay. Oh, someone bought all the tickets? Yeah, one person. So that's the news I have. So let me get up to you guys. I scroll back and I'll go through the questions as best I can, and I'm usually way behind because you guys keep asking questions, but I'll do my best. So Sangre Tesla, I just got an ad when this started and I have YouTube Premium. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Shelly, I've enjoyed your videos, been watching them for a week to get more familiar with my Tesla. Oh, thank you. To gain courage, use full self-driving. The videos are great for that. Yeah, it takes a while to get used to, but you will. John, will the Model 3 have another price reduction? Yeah, eventually I think so. Just because tech, kind of can get cheaper over time. I think they'll probably just keep it like in line with competitors. Like even if they could drop it 10 grand, they're not going to because there's no reason. Like they don't need to. They're still a better value than everyone else. But eventually, yeah, I think it will. Paul Adamson, did you see free 1 year supercharging with Model 3 2020? I did not see that. Where is that? Maybe a inventory one or something? Oh, and today is June 23rd. If anyone's curious, that's my mom's birthday. So happy birthday, Mom, if you're out there somewhere. Ron Torres, do you think Tesla will ever allow for battery upgradability? I have a mid-range and will love to get a long-range battery, but I don't want to have to sell to upgrade. Ron, that's a really good question. I don't think anytime soon, to be honest, that's going to happen. I think we may see something like that. It's hard because the batteries last so long that I think by the time you would need a new battery, like where it would be below that, let's say 70% retention, I think you'd probably want a new car anyway. But my thought on this is as this new battery comes out, the 1,000,000-mile battery, if your battery is getting bad and you want to keep your car, because some people do keep their car for 500,000 miles or whatever, you could at that point kind of pay to get your battery replaced with the new tech. That's kind of just my guess. I've talked with other people about that had similar ideas, and it sounds plausible to me, but I don't think they're gonna do that. They have too much. They already can't make enough batteries for all their products. The Powerwall, if you want a Powerwall, takes months and months. Cars, they're making as many cars as they can. They're kind of restricted by batteries, so it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Dennis, hello, welcome back, Dennis. Hi, Chris. How do you feel about the news of no confirmation on green lights if following another vehicle? I think that's awesome, and it's really fast. I feel like the ability's only been out maybe 2 months now, almost 2 months, and it's already going up. Whereas if I have a video coming out, hopefully tomorrow, where I talk about this, and you compare it to Smart Summit, which I don't think has ever gotten upgraded since it was released, and it's kind of sucks still. Whatever. But it's cool that it's happening so fast. So it gives me a lot of confidence. That, along with seeing that the speed limit signs are coming soon, whatever that means, probably within the next month, I would guess, or so. And it's good. I think it's great. And it's a good step. It's really safe and showing that they're doing something. Tevin, you're way too hard on Autopilot. LOL. I have Autopilot. I give Autopilot an A in every vid. Yeah, I am very hard on Autopilot because, it doesn't help. It impresses me insanely. With no more updates, I love it. I love what it can do. But it doesn't help to not critique it. And I should add, I should have put this in the news section, but if you didn't see, Andre Carpathy, who is Carpathy is his name, Carpathy. Andre Carpathy, who is the head of the Autopilot team, the developer there, actually had a clip from one of my videos in his presentation. He was giving a presentation just talking in general about Tesla's Autopilot updates and what they're doing. There wasn't a whole lot of new info in it, but it was a clip from my video. And I was like, what? I was freaking out. I couldn't believe it. Somebody tagged me on Tesla Motor Forum, of all places, or Tesla Motor Club. And that was very cool to see. So, yeah, I'm going to be hard on it because they're going to be like, oh, I see what he's talking about. Let's fix that, And it's great. It's great to see that. Mike, I signed up even though I get free cable internet. Just cool tech to play with. Free cable internet. How are you doing that? That's amazing. Caleb, love watching a smaller YouTuber that's very talented and I can also ask questions that he'll actually see. Thank you, Caleb. I want to hit 100,000 subs. Let's go, guys, please. I just really want that plaque. I don't know why. Like, who cares? But it would be so cool. What is Investor Day? I answered that. Elon is stalling. You think he's stalling? I think just... No, you're here. Sorry for being so absent lately. I've just been really busy. I hope all has been well for you and your family. Thank you so much, No. Yeah, I've been wondering about you because you were here a lot and then you disappeared, A lot of internet friends. That's how it goes, right? But thank you so much for being here. Fred's Model 3. Did you talk about AP at 2K? Yes, I did. And you should get it if you don't have it. Base Autopilot at $2,000. If you have enhanced Autopilot, full self-driving is $3,000. So, how do you view the stream for Investor Day on the IR page? You'll see it. It'll be on YouTube and it'll be everywhere. Just look on Twitter. I wish Tesla would do a WWDC style live stream with that level of quality. I didn't even watch that, to be honest. I'm not really an Apple fan. I do usually try to check out. I'm interested in what they're doing, but I was busy at the time, so I didn't see it. But I heard it was very good. Raymond, what do I need to bring to show that I'm a shareholder? I have no idea. I see that Satin Gray Tesla answered it. You need proof from your broker that you own shares, and they'll let you in assuming it's not full. Yeah, I gotta imagine that thing's gotta be packed. John Travato. It does stay with the car, John. So John is asking, because I'm suggesting that you pay thousands of dollars for Autopilot or full self-driving, which who am I to say that? But it's my opinion. If I was in that situation, I would pay it. It does stay with the car. So if you buy full self-driving on your car and you sell your car, it's valued as having full self-driving. That's how it works. So my car's worth more money because it has full self-driving. Same with Autopilot. Especially if you sell private party, Tesla's not involved at all. It just has it on there. Now, if you sell the Tesla, they sometimes will remove full self-driving so that they can sell it again, if that makes sense. So but they'll still offer you money as if your car has full self-driving, of course, because why would you sell it to them if they're not going to pay you for full self-driving when everyone else would, right? So Tesla will buy your car, they'll value it as having full self-driving, then it's their car, right? They can do whatever they want with it. They just bought it from you. They will remove full self-driving and they'll sell it without full self-driving so that they can then sell it again to the next person, or the next person just doesn't have to buy it. So it can be a win for that next person because they're paying less for that car because it doesn't have a feature they don't want, or it's a win for Tesla because now somebody's paying more, for full self-driving than used full self-driving, if that makes sense. Rainy guy thing. Does enhanced Autopilot include nav on Autopilot, or is it just lane change auto park? So enhanced Autopilot isn't available anymore. It used to be enhanced Autopilot and full self-driving. Enhanced Autopilot has basically everything that full self-driving has besides the stop signs and the stoplights. And that gap, so you might be like $3,000 for that, forget that, but that gap is going to increase, especially with the rate we've been seeing the stop signs, stoplights get better. That's my video tomorrow is about how it's getting better and quickly. It's going to get more and more features. And so Elon did say that I think he said he'd consider enhanced Autopilot to get the auto park thing. It does auto park, but where the opposite of Smart Summon. Basically, it can drop you off at the door and go park itself. So it may get that, but beyond that, it's not going to get anything else. So if full self-driving becomes what what Elon and Tesla is saying it's going to become, you're going to be really sorry you didn't spend $3,000 on it. Now, will it actually? Who knows? Okay, John, I have an S with full self-driving, so it stays with the car when I trade it in. Yes, John, it does, but I explained Tesla may remove it if they want to. Mike, welcome back, Mike. Just depends on your kind of miles. If you are on the highway for more than 30 minutes a day, then full self-driving, yes. Otherwise, EAP is enough for most short-range people. No, Mike, in terms of features right now, if that's what we're going to say, which really is what you should do with tech, you shouldn't buy with the intention of updates coming to you. If you have enhanced autopilot and you never expect another update in your life, do not spend the $3,000. But to have that security of, ooh, now I have full self-driving, I'm going to keep my car for the next, I would say 2 to 3 years minimum, hopefully closer to 5 years, but it will add to the trade-in value as well. Then I'm happy. Again, this is me personally. If I had enhanced autopilot right now, I would be wanting to pay that $3,000 to get full self-driving for all the future updates and stuff like that. And, get those future updates and the money, I guess. But Ron Torres, how do you get from standard autopilot to enhanced? Right now I have autopilot and it says yeah. So enhanced autopilot is not available anymore. It's an old feature. Full self-driving subscription. So Elon said if you're interested, there is a full self-driving subscription coming, but he also said financially it's better to just buy it, which makes sense because, if you're going to buy something long-term, it's almost better to buy it than rent it, right? If you're going to have the car for a year, maybe if you lease your car, it makes a lot more sense to rent the full self-driving. You'd have to do the math to see. Spotify update. Abraham said hello. Hello, Abraham. Oh, like always, I'm so far behind. Oh my gosh. All right. Did anyone renew their premium connectivity? Bill, I do renew it. Mostly because I'm on YouTube and I feel like I need to be kind of up on all that. But it's kind of, I don't know. I don't think everybody really needs that. $10 is a lot. I wish they'd give you a year. I hate seeing that $10 every month. I wish they'd give you a yearly to do with a little discount, $10 a month or $100 for a year would be great. Boring candy. That's another example of something Elon joked about that never came out. Rainy, I need them to speed that up. HVAC system is 30 years old. I know. Shelly, newbie, Tesla owner here. How long did it take people to get comfortable driving on self-drive? Just curious. Yeah. It's different for everybody. My wife is still not comfortable with it. She almost did a Tesla challenge today for you guys. And people have been asking, but we didn't do it. So hopefully soon she'll do that. But it can take a while. Just remember that you're driving the car, and the car's not going to do anything that you don't want it to do. If your hand's on the wheel, it doesn't have the power. It's not going to the wheel's not going to rip itself out of your hand and drive into a wall. It just can't do that. The most dangerous thing is getting too complacent, which is easy. I've done it. I've done it. It's very easy to just kind of zone out, not that I'm not saying I'm texting or watching movies or, because people have crashed doing those things, but just kind of chilling and you're just daydreaming, right? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's a truck, merging on the highway or something. And you can get a little disoriented. That's not the right way to put it. You can just kind of be surprised, oh, I'm actually driving. So that's kind of the only thing you got to look out for, but the car's not going to do anything you don't want it to do. Ooh, M3 Tesla says, make a taser sound. Elon talking about the Cybertruck coming standard with a taser. That'd be funny. REH Colorado. Hey, Chris, I just took delivery on the Model Y Saturday. Congratulations, that's amazing. And now I am deciding what to do about paint protection and ceramic coating. I love to hear your thoughts on this or from your listeners. I have talked about this before. I absolutely do not think it's worth the money. I talk about it on this scale. So are you fully 100% concerned with finances and money and cost? Absolutely not worth it. Are you 100% fully worried about cosmetics and keeping your car clean and looking nice? Then it's worth it. It does ceramic coating. It makes it easier to clean, and then the paint protection film keeps it all nice. It's worth it. It does a good job. You kind of got to find where you are on that scale. If it costs you let's say $5,000 to do all this, I don't know what it's costing these days, and you're like $5,000, I make that in an hour, then yeah, do it, who cares? But if you're oh, $5,000, that's a lot of money, I personally wouldn't do it. I haven't done anything to my car. And when I do wash it, it looks great. Of course, there's little paint chips here and there, but I drive the thing, 70 miles a day. I drive it a lot. Of course, it's going to get paint. It's a car, Look at painting. Because from my understanding, getting a car repainted or doing even just paint repair is the same price or sometimes cheaper than all this stuff you're doing. So I did wax my car with a cheap old wax that my father-in-law had in his garage that was probably 10 years old that he never used. And it looked great. I loved it, but it didn't cost me anything and it lasted a long time. So just kind of decide, for you on that scale. I think it's too expensive to do that stuff. Green Pad, it's looking more and more like Tesla will choose Austin, Texas for Cybertruck manufacturing. Thoughts? I think it's a great idea, especially you still have a lot of people that don't know anything about Tesla and think I don't know if they think it's anti-American, but they don't realize it's an American company, or they think it's like wimpy or whatever because it's electric. I don't know. I don't think you're going to change the minds of those people too quick. But like Texas is a state that doesn't even allow you to buy a Tesla there. You have to I don't know what they have to go through, but it's kind of like Michigan used to be, where you have to get your loan and then go pick it up out of state, or they'll deliver it only if it's fully paid off or something like that. And Texas has a lot of green energy though. Actually, they have a lot of solar and they have a ton of wind. So I think Texas is a great place to put it. And from my understanding, taxes and stuff are a lot cheaper there. I don't really know details about that, but I don't think anybody has more taxes in California. Will Arley, if you were thinking about buying a Tesla this year, would you buy now or wait for battery day? Oh, I don't want to answer that. I would probably wait. I hate to say, because you shouldn't really be waiting for the next best thing. And we don't even know what it's going to be. A 1,000,000-mile battery. What does that mean? My battery is going to last 300,000 miles anyway. What do I care about that? But yeah, I would wait because I know it's September 15th. I want to know what he's going to say. And all the delivery dates on the website have been extended. And I really want to know about Powerwall. I hope they have a Powerwall update on battery day, but I don't think they will. June 23rd is the next update. That's today. What are you talking about? Happy birthday, Dirty Mom. That's weird. Happy birthday, Mom. Thank you, guys. If she's here, she appreciates that. Dennis, yes, I maintain the premium connectivity because I like to see the sat maps. Oh, that's true. I don't see this thing. I don't even use satellite maps, but people like them. Shelly, best practices for battery care, meaning is it good to let the battery go low before recharging? Does this matter? Any info would be great. In general, it doesn't matter that much. The worst thing for your battery is sitting at an extreme for a long time. So charging to 100% and letting it sit there, or going to 10% and letting it sit there. Hitting these numbers, 100% or 10%, every once in a while is not that big of a deal as long as you leave that, as long as you don't sit there. So you hit 100% and then you start driving, or you hit 10% and then you plug in and start charging right when you get home or whatever. Beyond that, there's not much is going to happen. In general, for batteries, charging slower is better for them. That does not mean to use the NEMA 515. You should use a NEMA 1450 or the wall charger if you have it at home. But supercharging is technically worse than using your wall charger at home. Does this matter for the Model 3? It doesn't seem like it from data we have. And then batteries are happiest if stored, the lithium-ion batteries, somewhere around 50%. I've heard 55%. I've heard 45%, whatever. And it's true technically, but are you going to get a benefit if you charge to 50% every day instead of 80%? Probably nothing you're going to notice in the next 3 years or 5 years. So in general, just keep it plugged in, charge to 80 or 90%, whatever you need every day, and don't worry about it. And so Abraham right below that said, never charge until full. See, that I disagree with. I would say never charge until full if you're not going to drive it immediately. But if you want to charge till full, do it. I've charged to a full maybe 5 or 6 times, and I hate it because then you don't have any regen, and it sucks. So I don't charge to full just because I like my regen, and it takes forever. So there's usually no point to charge it to full. If you have a really long distance, 95% is not that different from 100%. So there's usually not much point. But like if you, let's say you're plugged in and you lose track of time and it hits 100% and then you leave 20 minutes later, you're, oh my God, my battery. Like it doesn't matter that much. Chris, after checking out my Model 3 for over 2 years, my dad wants to make the move to get his own, but I told him to wait to see what Battery Day has for us. Does it seem like the best move? Yeah, Chris, if he's not in, and welcome back, if he's not in a hurry, I would wait at this point. It's just a few months away, and like, yeah. I would wait. Hello, Paradox. Abraham said, who is No? He's just a long-time subscriber that is usually in the live streams, and he disappeared for a little bit. That's all. Tevin, LOL. I don't know why I read that. I'm just in reading mode. Wow, we're up to 112 people. Welcome, everybody. This is pretty good. Oh, I felt so bad. So our last live stream, if you guys know Vincent from Twitter, he runs Tasmanian and some other stuff. I had him on as like a guest. He was my first guest ever. But my internet sucks. My internet is LTE, and it couldn't handle me streaming him and live streaming to you. So I felt bad. But if you're interested, he had a lot of interesting things to say. He met Elon Musk. He did some interviews with him. The recording is very good quality. So it's episode 13 of Grounded if you want to see it or listen to the podcast. So that was pretty interesting. But I felt bad for the live people because it wasn't very good. Yeah, and then you have Raymond saying paint protection film is a must in their opinion. It's personal preference. I wouldn't use it, but dog looking cozy back there. Yeah, he's still back there. That's so funny. Do you think the 1,000,000-mile battery? Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. I'm gonna go a little faster. Do you think the 1,000,000-mile battery will come to the Model 3 first, since delivery date just got changed? From my understanding, all the delivery dates just got changed. So I would think that battery would come to everything at the same time, or at least 3 and Y at the same time. Speed limit signs coming in the next 2 months. Yep. A big fan. Noah's a big fan. Nice, 0 dislikes. Oh, thanks. Yeah, hit like, guys, if you want. I don't care. Definitely subscribe. Come on, 100K, let's go. He's hard on AP because he wants to look like a good driver. Also, a clip where AP does something stupid will make AP really take a hit. I want AP, yeah, I do. I want AP to look like a good driver. Aaron, when do you think Autopilot will start making turns? I don't know. It's not that good at it now. But in the next update, they talk about it going through the green lights. With a lead car, and they specifically mention in the notes, like, it will not make turns, but they say, I don't remember the exact wording, but like, as we collect more data, it'll work towards that or something interesting. So that's pretty cool. Satin Gray Tesla, Autopilot turns enhanced Autopilot in next few months, I'm told. What? I would not believe that. Don't buy it hoping that'll happen. No, that can't happen. Autopilot turns enhanced Autopilot? That's not going to happen. Robert C. Now, you got me thinking that might happen. Because then, that's interesting. Where did you hear that? Because then, if Autopilot turns enhanced Autopilot, then everybody gets Smart Summon, navigate on Autopilot on the highway with the automatic lane changes and the turn signal lane change, but they don't get the stop signs and stoplights. I can kind of see that, but I don't believe it. Paradox, Model Y or Model 3? Depends on your needs. Model 3 is more efficient. And a better commuter, in my opinion. But if you need the cargo space, then Model Y. Tesla Kurt said, sup, Tesla fam. Sangre Tesla isn't going to live stream the event as they're showing off a new car. What? Yes, they are. Get out of here. I don't believe you. Sangre Tesla's trying to throw me off here. Dude, long time no live. Brian Jocelyn, you made it. Yeah, it's been a while. Don't call out my laziness. Yeah, my busyness. Tesla Twitter should tweet more. Yeah, well, they got Elon. They don't really need to tweet, I guess. Craig is your manager. That's cool. What's the 1 year free supercharging someone mentioned? It's probably, I would guess it's for inventory cars, Shelly, but if you used a referral code, you should have got 1,000 miles. And if you refer someone else, you'll get 1,000 miles. Elon Musk tweets more about Tesla on his Twitter than the Tesla Twitter. Yes. Oh, I'm not that far behind. I'm catching up, guys. It's okay. Well, Satin Gray Tesla says it's only the car's only counted as having full self-driving if you trade it in if it was originally purchased with it, just because the way the sticker works. But I think you could make them fix it. Satlass, yep. Stopping at traffic lights and stop signs. RCW, hello Chris, great videos. Good real-life Tesla videos, not just mod videos you see now. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Will, who do you think will be Tesla's biggest competition in the future? Volkswagen, Ford, or one of the new startups like Rivian? They're all doing terrible, so I can't... Well, Rivian's not, but I don't know. Honestly, I really kind of like the Mach-E. I think the Mustang Mach-E looks pretty nice, depending on what actually comes out, because, like, these guys keep saying, like, oh, this is going to have this much range and blah, 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 and then the car gets released, and it's nowhere near what they said, and it's so weird to me that they make all these claims and then under-deliver. Like, why would they do that? So it's really strange. But the Mach-E is looking good to me. I think GM, if they would... Like, what are they waiting for? Like, Tesla came out of nowhere. They weren't even a company. And then all these years later, they have these amazing cars with amazing tech. And it's not like Tesla invented everything. Of course, they built off of other places. But GM had billions of dollars. They could have done it. Ford could... Any of these companies could have done it. I don't... Why? What were they waiting for? These cars are so much better than anything. Like, if you're watching this and you're a fan and you're not used to driving a Tesla regularly, oh my gosh, I would never go back to a gas car, like, if I could afford it, because electric cars are still pretty expensive. But, like, when I first got my Tesla, or was, like, wanting it, was, like, dying to have it, the tech and especially Autopilot really drew me in, and I was like, I want this freaking car because I love tech and I hate driving. Like, I kind of like driving, but like my commute every day, like I would like a car that does it for me because it's so cool. And I was like, but it's electric, but I'll deal with the inconveniences of an electric car. That was my thought. I will sacrifice the conveniences of a gas car so I can have Autopilot and this cool stuff. And after just a couple months, I would never in my life want to go back to a gas car ever. Take away Autopilot. Don't take away my software updates. But take away the brand. I don't care. Like, Tesla, like, is flashy or whatever people want to say. Electric cars are better. They're just better. So, yeah. I think somebody's subscribed. Thank you. Sorry, going off on a tangent. Green Pad. I bet a first early use of full self-driving will be automated delivery of Teslas. No more diesel semi-delivery. The deliveries would happen in the middle of the night for safety and full self-driving. Major cost savings. It's huge. It's huge. Tesla doesn't have to pay somebody to deliver it. It just drives to the person's house. Now, it does put miles on the car, so people may not accept that. But if you're within, 20 or 30 miles of wherever the car is, then why not? Or they could, like, ship, like, to a local area, like all the Teslas ship to one spot and then they all drive from there or something. Annie, we need a roundabout update and full self-driving all roads. I know. I totally agree with you. I want roundabouts. The car just sucks at turning, but like you can't, they haven't added a turning ability, so you can't judge it. I mean, I can't even make a call. Like, I have several spots on my commute where it'll make right turns and left turns, like maybe 50% of the time or 40% of the time. And when it does it, and it's very cool. But yeah, you can't judge it because they haven't officially added the ability. Have you seen the Chinese Tesla knockoffs? Yeah, I have. I mean, it doesn't really affect us in the US. If somebody would make a better car, I would want it. I like Tesla, but it's because the product's awesome and Elon's pretty cool and interesting and does good stuff. But like, if somebody came like this Nikola guy, like, he's very strange, but like if he legit made a better car, like, hydrogen is stupid, but if he legit made a better electric car that had more range and had literally level 5 full self-driving, I would buy that. Like, I just want a really good car, and that's what Teslas are. RCW, I'm on the wait list for Model Y. 4 to 8 weeks wait time. Do you think that's accurate? RCW, I think it is, because when you get to so in the US, Tesla typically rushes out all their cars at the end of the quarter, and we're here. So if you're not going to get it in the next week, you're not probably going to get it until like September-ish time frame, and you'll want to wait for battery day. I don't know. If like I had a Model Y in order and they were like, here's your Model Y, I'd be like, yay, I would take it. But it'll be interesting to see battery day. So Caleb, I live in the same town that Rivian builds their cars. Oh, that's cool. I have a friend who lives in or who works at Rivian. Tur, how did you get the name Dirty Tesla? Well, I live on dirt roads. I live very rural. I drive about 6 miles of dirt roads every day, and my car is just always filthy because of it. And like the first thing whenever anybody sees my car, like when they don't know me or whatever, like, oh my gosh, clean your car. And so I was like, I'm just gonna name my channel Dirty Tesla, and then that's kind of my thing. I never have to clean it, which I do sometimes, and I enjoy it. But I was like, I never have to clean it, and then people won't comment that like 20 times per video. So that's how. Abraham Levy, renting full self-driving is really stupid. Asterisk for me. Yeah, I would not rent it. Who disliked the video? How dare you? How absolutely dare you? I don't care. You can dislike it. It's fine. 2 dislikes. Oh my gosh. Robert, I have a mild case of cerebral palsy, and I am looking at the model with full self-driving. Yeah, that'll be good eventually. I mean, it's not there yet for you to do that, but you know, that's part of the goal is one day there are plenty of people who can't drive for any number of reasons, and to not have to rely on somebody else or a service or a taxi or an Uber or whatever. If you could have that car, either you own it and it can drive you around, or you just request it and it's cheaper than an Uber because you don't have a person you have to pay to do that, then, you know, that opens up more freedom and more possibilities for everybody. Tevin, there's this one guy who always instantly dislikes his videos. Yeah, dislike dude. Dennis, if you buy full self-driving, the value stays with the car and increases resale value to the owner. If you just subscribe to it, you will not recoup any money you spent on it. So true, Dennis. I am not a fan of renting and all that. It just depends. Like, Dennis, if you're going to have the car for a year and you could pay $8,000 for full self-driving, or you can pay $600 to rent it for that year, I'd probably pay the $600 because depreciation, whatever, right? But yeah, so there are cases for it. People will do it. People rent and lease all kinds of things. So Elon also said that Tesla will honk to people when a person is in front of the car. Oh, I haven't seen that. That'd be good. Off topic. Oh, Sangre Tesla. Oatmeal chocolate chip muffins are the best. Sounds good to me. Tortellini. Yes, bring on the Stephanie challenge. It's coming. She's so scared that I'll have to like modify it somehow so she can do something. Tech guy, how much do you spend on electricity to charge the car? That is so interesting, tech guy. Well, it was about $50 a month for, I drive 70 miles a day for work, 5 days a week. So about $50 a month, where my Ford Focus before this, which already a very fuel efficient car, was $150 a month in gas. So 100 less per month there. But we just got solar installed, and hey, good news, everybody. We passed the inspection today. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, oh my gosh, still taking so long, we'll have our solar turned on. So I'm going to pay pretty much nothing to charge my car once we have the solar installed. If you're interested in solar, check the description of the video for Drone Quote. It's a new sponsor I have for the channel. If you're interested, they'll give you a free quote from multiple places. Use my code or my link or whatever, and you know, then you can check out solar. So they're really nice guys. I talked to them for a while. If you're in Michigan and you're interested in solar, just email me because I have a local guy. Drone Quote doesn't do Michigan, but I have a local company in Michigan. No, I got a full body PPF and thought it was worth it. I plan to keep the car for at least 7 to 8 years, and I park outside on the street. Sounds like a great use case for PPF. I park in the garage. So that makes a lot of sense for you to do that. And if you're planning on keeping it that long, I too originally planned on keeping my Model 3 for 5 years minimum, you know, if not longer. But now with the YouTube channel, things have changed. And I was debating trading for the Model Y. It's a little too expensive, and Tesla's trade-in offer wasn't really good enough. But Cybertruck is happening, so I think Stephanie's still a little bit in denial about it. But I will be getting a Cybertruck. So my goal would be, obviously I'd love 2 Teslas. The goal would be a Cybertruck and a Model Y. That would just, Model Y for Stephanie, Cybertruck for me. That would just be the perfect. It's way too expensive. We can't afford that, but you never know. Maybe one day. What was I saying? Yeah, that'd be great. We are thinking about I mean, most likely we'll end up with a second electric vehicle no matter what it is. So we'll see. But I'm trying to find something that's a little more affordable, but they're pretty expensive. Will, wouldn't it be funny if it was your wife who dislikes your videos as soon as you post and she wants you to do more housework? No way. She likes the videos. That'd be funny, though. Sangre Tesla. Tesla posted they're looking for 5,000 employees for mid-level factory jobs in Texas. Today? Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I can't wait for this Cybertruck. Cybertruck is like, I still don't really, to be honest, I don't really like how it looks. I think it's kind of annoying, kind of obnoxious, and I'm not, like, as I sit here live streaming to over 100 people, I don't really like drawing attention to myself all that much. And like, especially when it first comes out, people are gonna be staring, and like, I don't mind people coming up and asking questions. That's cool, but just like the staring is kind of weird. So I don't like that aspect, but everything else about it, the cost, the range, the maintenance, the capability, the usability, excuse me, I'm getting so excited. Everything about it, the practicality is just amazing. So, I can't wait to have a Cybertruck. Yes, I got a ceramic coating and an awesome tint, all for $1,100. That's a good deal. I would probably do that. I still kind of want tint, but I'm just too cheap. Tevin, I'm pushing my Model Y for battery day so I don't end up like the Hardware 2.0 owners. Yeah, well, it might be. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? Who knows? Sangre Tesla, I have my Tesla wrapped. I've wrapped my few previous vehicles. It's honestly not worth it. I just do it for a little peace of mind. See, that's kind of my thought, is it's not worth it from a purely financial standpoint, but if you want to do it, then just do it. Who cares? I mean, if you can afford it, it's not a big deal to you. Oh, I'm catching up. Oh my gosh, maybe not. Thought I was. We also don't know when they will use the new battery in new cars. Right, we don't know. At minimum, PPF for the front end. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Especially if you saw my video, super exciting video about the Tesla paint repair kit. You see me painting this little tiny dot. It worked so well, I was surprised. So I still haven't went around. I want to go around to the rest of the car. I still haven't done that. Brian, I just watched a video today mentioning the semis should have already been in production. I didn't recall that they were revealed in 18 and were originally supposed to be in production in 19. Yeah, Tesla's late with everything, so it's not surprising. Same with Roadster, was supposed to be out this year, and it's not going to be out till next year, or maybe even 2022. Tesla's not making enough batteries. That's part of the problem. Rainy, this isn't Tesla related, but what do you think of Apple moving to proprietary ARM chips for their Macs? That's very similar to what Tesla did. Kind of surprising, kind of sucks for Intel, especially because now AMD is kind of kicking their butt with their consumer processors. Looking like AMD's next processor that's coming out is going to be wicked, and I'm tempted to think about upgrading my computer. I have a 7700K. I build my computers, if you're into computers at all, which is a fine chip, but it's quad core, which is, it's hyper threads, to 8. It's good, don't get me wrong, but like now that I do so much video editing and rendering and stuff, I'd see a huge benefit from one of these newer AMD chips. Or maybe I could get, like, the new one comes out, I could get the old gen to save some money. Sangre Tesla, Demi is ready to go, just delayed as they need, delayed as they need batteries. Yeah, they don't have enough batteries, that's the biggest problem. Sangre Tesla, I don't understand why everyone is so uptight about their battery. Who cares what your battery life will be at 500,000 miles? That's so foolish. The car will be dead long before then. I kind of disagree with you to an extent. I like to take care of my battery. I almost find it kind of fun, to manage it. The worst part of charging to full is remembering to set it back to 90%. Oh, yeah, that's so true. I hate not having regen. It's so annoying. Vincent is the best. Vincent's a very genuine guy. He's very nice. Carlos, Texas. Hi from Cybertruck Land. What up? Green spotted a new S and X battery yesterday. Yes, something new. I don't know if it was a new battery, but he spotted something new. What do you think about Elon starting construction on multiple Giga or Terafactories in the U.S. by the end of the year? That would be insane. They need more batteries. But maybe with this new battery tech, they can make more at a time. I don't know. Texas in the house. Are we officially Giga Texas? Heck yeah. Oh, you meant early access program for the turns. Oh, because you said autopilot. You should have said full self-driving, but I understand. Wow, I guess the delay is not bad, but I'm just so far behind. Maybe I need to like ignore everything that you say while I'm doing the news and then just go live to like the current chat. I'm skipping some now. I mean, I'm not skipping any questions, but I'm skipping just some of the chat so I can catch up. What is the longest road trip you've made with a Tesla? We did 1,700 miles. Well, there and back, 1,700. So it was, I think, 850 miles in a day. We live in Michigan, and we took a road trip to North Carolina. I have a video about that. That was actually one of my first, like, really popular videos. I will put the link in the description just so you guys can see. Oh, so sad. You have to scroll down so far to find it now. Tisk tisk, I got overtaken. But yeah, that video hung on for a long time. This one. Yeah, it's a legit video. It's a good video. So yeah, we went 850 miles in a day. It's a long time. It was over 17 hours, but it was sweet. I do not have the 2020.24 update yet, Andrew. I think some non-early access people got it. I think maybe, but it's not rolling out yet. Does Tesla performance-wise match up with other expensive gas sports cars? Rebecca, that's a great question. It usually destroys them depending on what metric you are talking about. So if you look at the top-tier Model S, it's the fastest 0 to 60 of pretty much any of those sports cars you're going to compare it to. Going around a track, which I don't know that much about or have experience with, but it overheats. So doing like 10 laps around a track, expensive gas car will probably beat it. But on the line, it's one of the best. If you look at the Performance Model 3, it doesn't overheat, but then it's not as fast as the Model S. So, yeah. Yeah, it's the performance of a Tesla is like one of the best of anything you can buy, like for any money. Maybe not like Formula One cars. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Probably. Layer of dirt on your car protects it from paint chips. I think it probably does. Jason, what do you think the possibility of Elon beginning construction? Oh, I answered that. Tevin, I got a text from Tesla telling me my Model Y is ready. I've been getting that too. I just ignore it. Congrats on passing inspections. Thank you so much. I cannot wait. I've been using the solar to charge my car. Just turn it on while the car's charging. I can't wait to just leave it on. Chadwick. Hello, welcome back. Why would anyone buy a Tesla prior to battery day? It makes more sense to wait and see if they're dropping new tech. Yeah, some people don't want to wait. I mean, you could have said that last year. You know, you could have said it 2 years ago. Starlink should be a great asset to Tesla autonomous driven vehicles. Yes. I know, Tesla's going to, like, they're going to make their own electricity. They're going to make their own internet. They're just going to, like, be their own, like, country. Sorry, I'm just skipping a couple. I can and do drive, but I think full service drive will be a big help. Oh, yeah, Robert. Yep, it will be. It'll be a help to everybody. I mean, everybody makes mistakes or gets distracted or does whatever. So I just got a video ad during live stream. That happens sometimes. I don't know if I control that or not, but thanks for watching it. That helps the channel. I definitely prefer to have a protective wrap on a Tesla. Yeah. Event is September 15th. Would love to have you on... What is this? Stop that. Don't advertise your crap here. That's rude. You gotta DM me. Oh my gosh, I'm about caught up. I have an 8700. I'm good for now. I'd be floored to get a 3700X or something. I don't know all the stats of the new things. The new computers, but yeah, I'm tempted. Do you think the Roadster will actually get rocket thrusters? I do. I mean, I don't think Elon's lying about that. I think it will. But I think it'll be like illegal on, just from some stuff I've read. I don't know that much about it, but I think it'll be illegal on the street. No PPF on my Y, going commando. Looking for mud guards though. Oh, then you got to check out this. Come on. I have the #1 mud flap video. I think. Maybe not anymore. Oh, who is this? Oh, Bjorn. Yeah, of course Bjorn had more views than me, but not many. I got 20,000 views. Bjorn got 26,000 views, so check out this mud flaps video. I still have them on my car. I love the look, and they do work. They actually work, so. North Carolina checking in. What up? I was at a service center It says Aaron, and I was told the tow hitch would not start production until 2021. For the Model Y, I thought it was already on there. Sally, for some reason my Model 3 seats hurt my knees and legs. I wanted to know if you'd heard anyone else complaining. Not at all. I have heard that the Model 3 seats are incredibly comfortable. So, you can adjust the front of the seat up and down. You can adjust, there's a lumbar. I don't know if that would affect your knees, but you can. So just make sure you're adjusting all this stuff. I've not heard that. Tevin, your thoughts on S&P 500 inclusion? Tevin, that's amazing. Since if they beat expectations, the stock's going to go, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's pretty high, but if you look at the market cap of them compared to their potential, it's really not that high. Like Amazon's worth $1 trillion, way over $1 trillion now. Apple is worth $1.5 trillion. They make great stuff and they make a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but it's like a Tesla could be worth so much more. So I think they have a lot of room to move up. Full disclosure, I actually don't own any Tesla shares right now. I was kind of buying and selling on the way up after the crash, and I'm just kind of waiting on the sidelines. I may regret that, whatever. But how do you shave your head? That's a weird question. With a razor. I just use a razor and just shave it. I don't know if you actually wanted to know. Satin Gray Tesla. Unrelated Tesla, how's life? How's Giant Baby? How's the vaccine research going? Baby is doing great. Her 1-year birthday is next month. I cannot believe it. So it's very exciting. Vaccine research is going really well. We are starting... you guys may learn where I work eventually, so I don't know if whatever. We're starting... Don't tell anybody. We're starting some mouse studies soon with our in-house one and then a partner, and it probably will work very well if it's like any of our older vaccines. What's the inside word on Tesla motorcycle? Mark, that will never happen. Elon Musk has said he will never make a motorcycle because he got in an accident on one when he was young and almost died. So he thinks they're very bad and nobody should ever use them. He's in full control. Rich, Model 3 seats are best for my back in many cars. Yeah, that's what actually, when we did our road trip to North Carolina, that video I linked earlier, my wife was pregnant in that video, and she said that was one of her favorite places to sit on the entire trip because it was so comfortable for her. So, all right, I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to answer these few questions. If you got any questions, you better put them in now so I can get to them. Do you know if you have to actively use AP and full self-driving features for it to report and feed useful info to Skynet? No, Tesla says they monitor this stuff in shadow mode. So as you're driving, this is kind of debated, but this is what Tesla says. As you're driving, the car at all times, whether autopilot is on or off, is like pretending it's driving. Like if, let's say you're sitting at the passenger seat and you have a steering wheel and you're like, I'm going to turn here. It's pretending to drive. Every time you do something different than it would have done in that scenario, it's logged. Or maybe sometimes it's logged and sent to Tesla, and then they can see, why did the full self-driving software want to do this, but the driver did this. They'll look at the footage and they'll go, oh, personal preference, or there was a ladder in the road, or whatever. Where are the sunglasses everybody hated? You'll see them in my next video. Noah's Ark. Model 3 seats are not comfortable, or maybe it's very difficult to dial them in because so many adjustments. I worked for months to get my mildly comfortable. Yeah, I mean, maybe they're not for everybody. Most people really like them. Model Y in the future, for me, I would love one, but it's a little expensive. We were stretching our budget with the Model 3, so I'm lucky to even have that. Didn't you link one of the products you guys sell the other day? Haha, that kind of gives where you work away. No, Satin Gray Tesla, I have never linked a product from where I work. Maybe in a DM. That dog is like a sloth. Oh, is he moving around back there? What happened to the cross-country autopilot drive? I never did that. Oh, from Tesla. I thought you meant me. Yeah, that just never happened. He said they were going to... So, if you're not familiar, back in... I think it was 2017 or possibly I think it was 2017. Elon Musk was like, oh, by the end of 2018 or something, we're going to have autopilot go from California to New York. 100% unassisted. And then they never did it, obviously. And then at some point, I think in 2019, he finally said, like, oh, it wouldn't have been impressive because it's, 99% of that trip is very easy. And it's only the beginning and the end that would have been hard. He's like, I'd rather it, before I give a demo, he's like, I'd rather it be able to do anything, not just drive a highway for 2,000 miles. Mark. So I was going to the airport and a bridge was closed. Google on the phone picked it up. Why didn't the nav in the car pick it up? Yeah. In-car nav does not pick that stuff up. It doesn't use Google nav. It uses some proprietary thing with OpenStreetMaps. I linked some hand sanitizer. Well, we don't make hand sanitizer, so. When will a Tesla beat the Cannonball run record on Autopilot? I have no idea. The T-Pain Oakleys, those are awesome. All right, thank you, everybody. That's it for Grounded, episode 14. I hope you enjoyed this. So much fun talking with everybody. Check out my next video, hopefully tomorrow. Go watch some of my old videos. Tell your friends to subscribe. I would love to hit 100,000 subscribers. But enough of that. Thanks, everybody. So fun answering your questions. We should be back in 2 weeks. If you want to listen to this on a podcast, it'll be on the podcast later tonight or tomorrow. So thank you so much. And, oh, all right, pimp all my stuff. If you like Reddit, reddit.com/r/DirtyTesla Club. That's our subreddit. Use our Discord. There are links for all this stuff in the description. Not the Discord, but find the Discord somehow. Check out the merch, whatever. Watch my videos. I don't know. Just thank you so much for being here and having this conversation with me. I really appreciate everything. Patrons on the board back here. You guys are unbelievable. Help me get this super nice fancy camera to make better videos and everything. So much fun talking with everybody. I hope you had a good time. And you will see me in the next video. So, all right.